Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ken. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today's video, as you guys can tell, is going to be a makeup tutorial, date night makeup tutorial. If you would like to know how to get this look, make sure you stay tuned. Alright guys, so here I've already done my brows. I'm jumping into my Anastasia Prism palette, and I'm going to go into that burnt orange color. Right now I'm just going to put, some tape on my eyes because I'm trying to get a certain look. And I'm going to go in with my MAC 224 brush and just blend that right above my crease, right under the brow. Okay y'all, so I'm now about to go into the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill mini palette, and I'm using the color Access and Agent, and I'm placing those right above that color Saturn from the Anastasia Prism palette. And I just kind of put both of those together, and I'm still using a MAC 224 brush. I'm just using a different one just in case I want to go back into Saturn to kind of intensify the color from blending, which as you can see I did do, because when you blend a lot of times you lose the pigment. So that's basically what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm about to go into the Masquerade Mini Palette by Juvia's Place. I'm using that color Ada, and I'm basically using that e.l.f. brush, and it's a brush just a little bit more dense, and I'm just placing that color right on top of Saturn just to start giving my eyes more depth. This color is a lot more deeper, but it still has some of the same undertones as Saturn, so it has a reddish orange undertone, although it's a brown. And I'm just doing pattern motions because I really want to get this color to be intensified on my eyes. So as of now I'm just patting the color, and then later I'm going to blend it. So right now it looks a little bit crazy, but y'all see how it comes together here in a little bit. So now I'm about to go back into the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, and I went to that color Proud, which is a brown color, and I think I'm using a limited edition Morphe brush. Yeah, and I think it's the brush Y19. It's a little more denser. I think this was a limited edition because they're gold and that was really the only reason why I got them. But yeah, so I'm just setting that right on top of Ada because of course we're getting ready to kind of, like I said, we're intensifying the eyes. So I didn't want to go with black, I want to go with brown instead. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just packing that color on. And as you can see, I went back into Ada just to, because as I was blending Proud, I feel like I lost Ada a little bit. So I'm just adding more and just blending it with the MAC 224 brush. Well, I guess I did use black. I don't remember doing this look, y'all. I'm so sorry. But I went into Obsidian, back into the Anastasia Prism palette, and I'm packing that right on top of Proud. I promise I do not remember adding black, but I guess when I look at the picture of the look, I definitely add black. So my bad, y'all. Definitely did add black to that. So I'm using that e.l.f. brush again because it's a little more dense and a little bit more precise, and I didn't want to use a fluffy brush. And as y'all can see, like, it looks terrible right now, but it's gonna all come together here in a little bit. Again, when you do stuff like this, you have to take your time and you have to be patient, because the look may not seem like it's coming together at first, but it will. It just takes blending and a lot of packing of the colors, because sometimes you lose colors. So yeah, anyways. Okay, so now I'm going in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the color medium to dark. I'm also using a flat brush from Morphe. The number is M421, and typically I like using something that's a little bit bigger than this one, but for the sake of the tutorial, and I'm assuming, you know, someone who is a beginner is watching this, I definitely recommend using something a little bit smaller, so that way you can be, your lines can be a little bit more precise and it's easier to control. So when doing cut crease, I definitely recommend starting the cut crease smaller and then building from there. You don't want to start it too big, because then you realize that isn't the shape you want. But I also recommend taking the shape of your eye, the way your eye naturally curves. Definitely, again, take your time with doing this. It takes a lot of patience. Even with myself, it takes me a minute to do it on myself. But that's because I just want to make sure I have a nice crisp cut crease. Try to have it as error-free as possible. So here I'm just going in with my Laura Mercier setting powder, just trying to set the cut crease before I get ready to put shadows on. And the brush that I'm using is actually from a company called AOA Studio. The name of the brush is an E103 brush. Y'all, let me tell y'all, I've had these brushes for like almost 2.5 years. These brushes literally cost me $1, and if I can get the link, I'll definitely put it down below. But these brushes are like great for if you are an inspiring makeup artist and you're just starting out, or you're just new to makeup, period. So if I can get the link, I'll definitely put it below. So all I'm doing here is going back in with those colors that I used at the beginning, to just add to the end of the crease, so that way there's no gap between the crease and the eyeshadow. So that's all I'm doing here, and I'm going back with that e.l.f. brush that I used earlier, because again, it's more dense, it's more precise versus using like a blending brush. So now I'm going into the Urban Decay Moondust palette with the color Lithium. Let me tell y'all about this palette. Like, I've literally had this palette for about a year and I've never used it into this video. But these pigments are so creamy. As you can see, I did try to use a flat brush. It's my Ray Ray number 8 brush, but it just wasn't picking up like I wanted it. So I just used my fingers to just dab it on, and it was just going on so creamy. And I would use the brush to kind of move it and manipulate it where I wanted it. I also used the brush to also get the edge of the cut crease. There were no gaps between my crease and the eyeshadow. But this palette is literally like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've never used it. I'm definitely going to be using it in future tutorials. But the pigments are nice and creamy and pigmented. It was just, I was so surprised. I couldn't believe that I've never touched this palette. But anyways, I'll also make sure I put the link down below for this palette as well. And y'all, never mind me, I'm just listening to my music, just jamming. I think I was listening to Lecrae or something, I don't know. But anyways. Y'all, and never mind my son Jackson. Y'all probably see him a lot. He likes coming in the room while I am recording and trying to talk to y'all. Just know he is a character, and y'all will definitely be seeing more of him. So So now I'm going into the Laura Mercier Radiance Bronze Foundation Primer. So with this look, I'm trying to achieve, I put way too much on, but I'm trying to achieve a glowy, bronzy look, which is why I chose to go with this primer. I've actually had this primer for a while now, and I don't use it very often because I typically have oily prone skin, but it's the winter time, so I don't mind being glowy in the winter time. You know what I mean? Sis, look at that glow. Watch when I do my forehead, y'all. Watch. Y'all, look at that glow. Oh my gosh. I love this primer. Okay, so now I'm about to go into the I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation by Juvia's Place in the color Burkina. Y'all, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'll put it down below. So like me watching the video right now, it doesn't look too bad, but when I was recording it and I was looking on my monitor, y'all, was not feeling this at all. But it doesn't look too bad after it, you know, warms up on my face. But I think I'm gonna go with a different color because the way it looks amazing, but the color I just wasn't feeling too much. So I think I'm gonna go with something just a little bit darker. But anyway, so I'm using my Morphe Y6 brush, which is was a brush that was I think it was a limited edition or something like that, and I'm just, you know, tapping that into the skin and spreading it where I want it. Okay, as y'all can see, reasons why I did not like that color. But anyways, I'm going to my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in the color 385. Just putting that obviously where I want my highlight. So under the eyes, I don't ever put my highlight directly under the eyes. I eventually move it there, but I don't directly set it there. So, you know, obviously the nose, the cupid's bow, the chin, and the forehead. And I think I use my a brush that I got from the It's My Ray Ray palette like 2 years ago, but it's the It's My Ray Ray number 5 brush. Y'all, I love this brush. Like, if I could have like 10 more of these brushes, that would be great because this brush is amazing. I don't ever use it for eyeshadow. I always use it, you know, for my face, mainly for concealers and setting powder under my eyes, but this brush is amazing. Okay, so now I'm about to go with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and I'm just basically about to set everywhere I put concealer. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. Like, who's not doing this at this point? Like, I don't bake all the time, but you know, for the sake of the video, I do. And like, you know, depending on my mood, I bake. But yeah, like, this is pretty self-explanatory. So now I'm using the Black Opal True Color foundation stick in the color Black Walnut to go ahead and, what do you call it? Lord, I lost my wording. Contour. Oh my gosh, the contour. So after seeing and watching this video multiple times, I really don't like this contour color. Like, it's not cute. But I was able to make do with it because that's what I do. I make it work. As you can see, the foundation is slowly starting to warm up and it's slowly starting to look better too. But yeah, this contour was not, after looking at it, it's a no, sis. But again, like I said, I made it work for me and it ended up looking good at the end. So it is what it is. Okay, so I didn't show it on camera, but I did go into the True Complexion Contour Palette by Black Radiance, the medium to dark palette, took that darker color and put it on top. But since I'm still not feeling it, and y'all don't come for me, like, I'm human, I make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Like, your girl thought she was cute and rocking it, but like on camera watching it, I do not like this contour color. Oh my gosh, I do not like it, but it is what it is. Like I said, I made it work. The pictures came out cute, you know what I'm saying? The overall look came out cute. So it is what it is. So here I'm just going with the MYX matte finish long lasting setting spray. Oh my gosh, that's a mouthful. And then I go in with the Artist Couture and Jackie Aina Diamond Glow powder in the color Lebras. Honestly, I have no clue what brush I'm using here, and I don't want to give y'all the wrong thing, but it's definitely one of those Morphe brushes that I talked about earlier. And again, I'm putting that on my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, right at the very top bridge of my nose. And then I don't have the footage, but I also put some on my forehead as well. And I believe my cupid's bow, but I don't remember. So yeah. So this pretty much concludes the tutorial. I'm just finishing off my lips here and I'm getting ready to put on a butter gloss by NYX, I believe in the color Prayland. Thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all look at this wig though. Sis, I got this wig from Amazon for 60 bucks, sis. $60. I'll be sure to go ahead and put the link down at the bottom for you guys. I'll also do a review, so if you guys would like that, make sure you like this video. And I'll also do a tutorial on how I get my locks so flat under my wigs. Also, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and also click the bell so that way you guys do not miss another video. And I will see you next time. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.